guys, it's Danielle and Jackie. As we all know, the WGA and SAG-AFTRA is on strike, and we here at the No More Late Fees podcast stand in unwavering support of the SAG-AFTRA and WGA strikes. In our efforts to support the strikes, we have decided to pivot from our normal content in the upcoming months to discuss more generic 90s and 2000s content and steer away from highlighting struck content. Join us as we navigate this journey together, advocating for fair wages, improved working conditions, and the recognition that creative endeavors deserve.
If you'd like to donate to this cause, you can go to the SAG-AFTRA website. It links to an emergency financial assistance and disaster relief fund, while the WGA has a good and welfare emergency assistant loans for its writers. The Entertainment Community Fund is also helping to assist those on strike, and we will link these donation sites in our show notes and in our bio link. Thank you for everyone who creates, acts, directs, works behind the scenes to make entertainment for all of us. We appreciate you and we support you.
Yeah, we understand that this is more than just a fight for quote unquote Hollywood. There are very real people doing very hard work, real jobs to create content, and everyone in this country and beyond deserves to be paid for their work. Hoarding of money is just never okay, and this is everyone's problem, especially when we're talking about AI. This is going to affect the workforce more than anything we've ever seen before, and so it's really important that we start putting some regulations and to protect us. So if you'd like to learn more, definitely check out the SAG-AFTRA website and join us in this cause because it's worth fighting.
And if you have any suggestions for 90s and 2000s topics that you'd like to hear us discuss, please leave a message, DM us on Instagram, TikTok. We'll probably put up some polls, but we're looking forward to pivoting and releasing some content that we don't typically talk about. Bye, besties. Be kind and rewind.
Welcome to the No More Late Fees podcast. I'm Jackie.
And I'm Danielle, and we're just two best friends and ex-Blockbuster employees rewatching some of the worst and best 90s and 2000s movies. But today we are talking about 90s Con. Super excited.
Yep, we just got back. It was this past weekend, and we did not go Friday, but we went Saturday and Sunday. We had some photo ops. We went to some panels, and so we are just going to talk about our experience, people we met, purchases we made. So where do you want to
start? Well, we can start meet and greet. So pretty much we were really excited because 90s Con usually, as we've said before, has been in Connecticut. This is the first time they did it in Tampa. Hi. And so we decided, yeah, definitely let's do it. So we went, and we, like Jackie said, we got weekend passes, and it's my fault. I didn't get the VIP passes in time. They sold out. So you can blame me that we didn't get additional swag and that we had to keep on getting up and out to line up for the panels, but it really wasn't that bad. So, and then we had to decide who we were going to see, which was really hard. So, but we narrowed it down.
So if you go back and listen to our last episode, it was us just going through kind of the roster. It was like fantasy football for us. Like, who are we going to choose?
It was.
Where are we spending our money? So we decided on 4 meet and greets. So let's run through them. First day, the first person we met was Melissa Joan Hart. And the meet and greets are really just a photo. It's not even a meet and greet. It's like a photo and they kick you up. Like one photo, you walk over, arm around the celebrity, take your picture, and you leave. So there's very little interaction.
Yeah.
So I think if we did it again, we would probably just do autographs and selfies. It was a comparable price, 100%. But then you get more of an interaction with the celebrity. But our first one was Melissa Joan Hart. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, although I feel like all the people we took pictures with, like we had a few words with them, which was really nice, and
Yeah.
everybody was amazing. Jackie actually got to talk to Melissa Joan Hart. I could not get words out, apparently. It was embarrassing, to say the least. But at least I didn't try to touch her like other instances when I meet celebrities from my childhood.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Yes. So she was very sweet. She had to put on more lip gloss, so she told us to hold on for a second. But she was very sweet. So we did that one. She was pretty tall. She was taller than I thought she was going to be.
Yeah, I think like I didn't check, but I feel like maybe she had maybe some higher shoes on, but yeah, pretty much everyone was a lot taller than I thought they were going to be because typically when I meet celebrities, they are way shorter than I expected. I think the only person that was extremely just petite and tiny was Trina McGee. She was so cute. Could just
Well,
put her
and
in my
Rose
pocket.
McGowan was teeny
Oh,
tiny.
right. Rose was pretty petite as well. I felt like a giant in front of her. 100%.
So
Um,
the next person was Joey.
yeah,
Danielle lost
saw
her
Joey.
mind momentarily because we had this plan because we have done interviews with a couple of people who have worked with Joey Fatone. So we're like, oh, like we've had GQ on the podcast, all of this stuff. But because the photo ops are so quick, Danielle's like, I'm just going to get an autograph. She had a photograph of when they were at the Broward County Fair in like
I
1999. Do you have it with you? Exhibit
I
A.
do.
So
It's
there it is.
and
So
he signed it. We're all the
he
hands
did.
are.
So she was like, I'm just going to get an autograph tomorrow, and that way we'll have a true interaction with him. So I'm like, okay, cool. So we walk up, and then she's just like, Jeannie says hi, and he doesn't know who Jeannie is. He's just like, hey, Jeannie. And then she's like, no, from that movie, the movie you did. And then, like, we took the picture and left. And she's like, I don't think I smiled. I don't remember. She, like, blacked out, essentially.
I didn't know, like my soul left my body because he's just so nice. He didn't even, he was like Jeannie, he didn't ask who Jeannie was. He was just like, okay, hi. So before we had gotten in the line, I had emailed. Jeannie is one of the guests we had, like Jackie said, from one of the movies we had covered. So she came and she talked, and she's actually in a Greek movie that may have just come out. And she actually messaged us when she was in Greece filming that movie saying that she was going to see Joey. So we sent her a message saying, hey, we're about to see Joey and meet him. So she told us to tell him Jeannie said hi. And I don't know why I didn't stick to my own plan. I made the plan and I still was like, Jeannie says hi, like a crazy person and whatever. And after that,
And
that cemented that we
I was so confused. Like, we're walking out, I'm like, why did you tell her Jeannie said hi? She's like, I don't
I don't
know.
know.
I'm like, I thought we had a plan. I don't know. Like,
In those moments, my body just goes on autopilot and does what it wants. It's the fighting of the mic, Jackie. Somebody fought to get the mic and said it.
it was a true
And
fight
that's a
for the
it's
night.
a prime example of that happening. The plan was that I wasn't to bring up the whole like Jeannie says hi because there was no reference point and we knew that after Melissa's picture we knew we just didn't have the time. So anywho, I was panicked because after you take the picture, again, it's really quick. You have to walk around and then there's like printers with your picture, which let me show you guys. I'm sure you've already seen the digital ones that we posted, but I just feel like props. are important. So I was smiling, but I panicked because I don't recall if I had done anything besides saying Jeannie says hi like an idiot. So I was like, oh, we have
That maybe
to
have to be
do
a
the
shirt
signature.
with Joey
Jeannie says hi.
with Joey Fatone on it. Jeannie says hi.
And so, and it's so funny because Jackie is like the keeper of my memories from high school, and obviously remember that we loved NSYNC, but I didn't remember that out of all of the boys in the band, that Joey was my favorite at one point. And like I know I love Joey Fatone, but I just didn't remember that like Jackie picked Lance and I had picked Joey, and so I found. I think I shared in our stories. I found this card that Jackie had made for me with like all the. Then as we're like approaching him and like remembering all that, it like clicked that, oh my God, I'm obsessed and I'm not gonna do well. So yeah. And this is Melissa. And if you
There
guys
she
want to
is.
hear the story of me being obsessed with her and finding a letter, I posted it on our TikTok, so you guys should definitely check that out. I'm hoping she sees it because I didn't get to talk to her, and I very much liked her growing up. So, what else did we see, Jack?
So the next day, we did a photo op with Ryder Strong and Trina McGee. Ryder was so nice. He was confused. We confused the shit out of him because Danielle's like, I have to stand next to Trina, but I walked in
But
first,
Jackie,
and Trina was on the far side.
Okay, so what had happened was, I don't know why in my brain I thought you were going to stand on the other side of him. So when you stood in the middle of them, I was like, well, what do I do? Because I just kind of wanted to, I don't know, I got confused. It threw me completely off. So then Ryder expected me to stand like right on the other side of him. So this is how we ended up being. So Jackie like came here and I was like, I gotta be next to Trina because representation matters in life. And I loved her growing up. I love Ryder, obviously, but I just wanted to stand with Trina. So Ryder's like trying to put his arm around me when I'm coming in because he thinks, obviously I'm going to stand here. And I'm like, nah, I'm going to go here. And so, sorry, Ryder, I still love you, but I wanted to be next to Trina. Gio wants to know, can you guys explain how they allowed to how they're allowed to do the cons during the strike? Yes, we definitely are going to get into because it has a lot to do with the panels, and we can get into that after we talk about meeting Rose, which was the
Yes.
last person that we took pictures with. She was amazing. She was so, you could tell that every person that came in to take a picture with her, she was just trying to find something to connect with them. So I was wearing my Selena shirt, and so she was like, "Bitty bitty bum bum." I was like, "Yes, Rose, yes." We all love Selena.
There she is.
So
She's so
sweet.
tiny,
She
but she was
is.
so nice.
And Jackie
Okay,
purposely wore her Screams outfit. And Jackie had to tell people where you got your. Somebody asked one of our videos, and Jackie made her Scream shirt. Jackie made all of our shirts except for my Selena shirt.
So yeah,
So that was cool.
we will make an Amazon shop where I'll share all the stuff. Essentially, long story short, I have a sublimation printer and a heat press, so I can pretty much make anything. That shirt is not my design. I downloaded it from Etsy. I can get the link to the designer, but I did print and press the shirt. And then these earrings, here they are. I love them so much. I got them at the con from the Five Lemons company. They were super sweet and amazing, and I ended up buying a ton of earrings from them. Just really nice ladies. So yeah, that was my Scream inspired outfit for Rose Day.
And we were twinning our first day because Jackie, the shirts that she made it said "No More Late Fees." They're concert tour inspired. And then she picked some of our favorite movies that are just like that we covered on the show, but also like just Jackie and Danielle movies. Obviously, she put Scream because we knew we were going to meet Rose, and we put Drive Me Crazy. I know we're not supposed to talk about movies, but it's just, it's on the show. What can we say? Um, because we're going to see Melissa. But Melissa, I couldn't speak, so I couldn't even point at the shirt. So it is what it is. But the back is really cool. The back of the shirt, which I think I posted on our stories, it just has all the movies we've done in our past 3 seasons. So it's really cool. Jackie did a great job.
Oh, thank you.
Hi.
Should we get into panels?
Yes. Now, Gia was asking about the strike, which we have been in full support of. So we haven't really. That's why we've been pivoting into like 90s, 2000 content that's just more generic. And so before every panel, they kind of said that the SAG-AFTRA, they're on strike, but they approved this con, and that as they're going to kind of steer away from talking about the shows that they're from and talk about more generic things. So I think that made the panels a little bit more difficult and probably were more enjoyable at the other cons because they really couldn't talk about what we wanted to come to see, which was them talking about their experiences on the show. And yeah, I don't know. I felt like they struggled with that. What do you think, Jackie?
I mean, hey, Marley. I want to say hi before he has to pop out. As we know, trying really hard not to talk about struck content, it's just, it seems like everything comes back to movies, especially, or TV shows, especially for them. Like, that's why they're at the con. So a lot of them kind of just say, like, the show that cannot be named and still talk about their experiences, or like that building we used to all meet at, like stuff like that, instead of saying studio. Like, they tried to get around it. I did record all panels. I'm working on getting those uploaded to our YouTube channel so that you can sit and experience the panels and see all the things that were said. But yeah, I think.
Can we?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, I was just so I'll work on getting all of that up, and I'm sure Danielle will post on social when those are up and live so that you can go and experience the panels like we did.
Yeah, we didn't get to go to all the panels because we had photo ops at certain times. So like we didn't get to see the Urkel show. This is me trying not to get around the Stephanie Tanner. So we didn't get to see that, or I'm just gonna say 90210. We didn't get to do those. So there were a few that we missed. I don't even know the zip code, Beverly Hills. So we only recorded the ones that we actually got to go to. With the VIP passes, you get to like just sit in the panels and not have to move, so you can be in the front. And they made it only available to the VIP, the middle section. It wasn't that bad. I mean, I think we still got pretty good seats, regardless. But every time a panel was over, we had to get up and then stand in line and get back in line again each time. So that was just a slight inconvenience, but it wasn't that big of a deal.
Yeah, I think the only two panels that like were maxed out was the Tanner panel.
Yeah, the BMW and the BMW.
I don't think BMW is maxed out. I think everyone got into that one. It may have been.
I think the zip code one, but that line was crazy long for to see Topanga and the gang. But it was really, really cool. I have no other words but to call it the Sabrina the Teenage Witch panel. Caroline Ray was hilarious, and So the moderator for most of them was
Claire
Claire
Kramer.
Kramer
Mhm.
from the cheerleading movie and from the Slayer movie TV show, if you know what I mean. So she was trying to do her best, really, to not talk about struck work and struck
Mhm.
companies. It was quite difficult. So I think that made her job a lot harder. I think she did as good as she could in those circumstances. But I do think that the host of the panel with TLC, AJ, Howie from Backstreet Boys, and Joey from NSYNC was a lot better, a
Mhm.
lot from a moderation standpoint. But it was
Yeah.
probably easier too because they're all music.
Yeah. They could talk about anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Laura asked, next time we go to a con, is there anything we do different or panels that we'd like to see? We talked about that we definitely would probably not do the professional photos and do autographs and selfies instead.
Yeah.
The panels, I think it would all just depend on what shows were there.
Yeah. Who's gonna be there for sure.
VIP
Also,
would make it a lot easier to stay in panels and just sit all day. That would be nice too, to be able to not have to leave.
I think also we would definitely want to look and see if we would do a booth. I think that the way that they had everything set up with all of the talent, they did a really, really good job to make that stuff go smoothly. Like people were in lines, people got everything that they needed with getting the pictures. Like there was no hold up with that. I just think that there could be more activations within the con itself to keep people occupied in between getting the photo ops and the panels. But it's like their third iteration and their first iteration in Tampa, so it's still pretty small. I can see the potential. I think both Jackie and I talk about that it has a lot of potential to be pretty big, especially with just like how nostalgic everybody is right now. Would you go as press in the future? Yeah,
That's what we
if
were
we
waiting
could.
on.
We were trying to get press passes, but like the website was, that's another thing. It was kind of wonky. So I definitely think that there could be some improvements there, so that we at least can apply to see if we could get in or not. But we weren't able to apply. So, but I
But
think it still was
Entertainment
worth it.
Tonight did take our post with Joey Fatone talking about a tour and reposted.
Yeah,
So we had little wins.
little wins. I mean, my PR mind was thinking that I was going to say no at first because they did not mention us in any art. I knew they were going to make an article out of it. I mean, the only thing that they did was leave a watermark on the video where they shared it on Instagram. They haven't shared it on TikTok yet, but they asked me on TikTok if they could share it. So we're just going to go through some of the panels and find some of like, there were some hot topics that were discussed. So, and we can get them in better uh, quality because we bought an awesome new camera before we left. The DJI Pocket 2, it was great, right, Jackie?
Yeah, it was awesome. It didn't zoom in super far, but the video quality is so good I can crop it in and it's not gonna get granular or anything. Here she is. So this is what we used at all the panels. You can flip it around and do selfies. Yeah, so
And it
it
got
has a little screen
pretty,
on the
I mean,
back.
I haven't listened to the panels yet, but I thought the sound was pretty good, although some of the videos we watched before we purchased it did say that you might want to get the pro set with the mic, because it doesn't, it's not the best sound quality, but I didn't think it was that that bad. Yeah, it is really tiny, but when we were doing research, it's like the perfect camera to take B-roll. I mean, we use our phone for a lot of things, for like photos and stuff, but I just think it did such a better job taking video.
Yeah.
And we loved it. If you guys are interested in that kind of stuff, if you're creators, you definitely check out. It's in our Amazon store under office supplies right now, but it's like the first thing there, so you should definitely check it out. Highly recommend it. I'm wondering if they're going to make a new version, but it's been around for a little bit and it's pretty good.
Yeah. It was our
think.
Okay, so the panels we saw were that Teenage Witch. We saw the Disney princesses and Jim Cummings. We saw
I did not pay attention very well to the princess panel. I'm not gonna lie, like I was tapped out. Like they didn't offer anything that I was interested in, so my bad. Jackie paid attention.
Jim Cummings was the most interesting out of that panel.
Yeah.
The show that Pod Meets World talks about. Then we did the boy bands and TLC, and then we did the other witch show with the sisters, were the panels that we saw.
And I almost had to fit in that one because I thought Shannon Doherty was going to be on that panel, and I was like, but where's Shannon? Somebody literally sitting in front of us probably got sick of hearing me say that they turned around and was like, oh, Shannon is not going to be here. She's with the 90210 cast. And I was just like, oh, I'm very upset. But we all know that she's
like, Danielle,
actually...
she has cancer. She probably is easily exhausted, and she had to choose one. And then Danielle,
I forgot. I briefly forgot for a second, and I gave her grace. But I was so excited to see. You know, I love that show so much. They talked about it being a comfort show, and Rose was just so vocal about just her feelings in general about Hollywood. And you know, you could tell that she kind of was diving really deep into certain things and then kind of pulling back. And Holly was just really, you know, kept things light and fun. I don't think that Claire could keep up with Rose in that there were things that Rose was like, I'm not talking about. So it was interesting. There was a lot of this happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just because Rose has been like so mistreated in Hollywood, and so rightfully so she's just like put up really firm boundaries about what she will and will not tolerate talking about. But as Holly said in the panel, she's like, yeah, like we just really make sure Rose doesn't disappear. Like we call her, we make her stay in contact with us because she lives in Mexico now. So she's like, nope, we keep tabs on Rose and make sure she's okay and she's still got family. So that was really nice to hear.
Yeah. And I really think it's just not her talking about like surface things. She just wants to keep it 100 real. So but
she did
it was nice to see
her
that
experience on that show was very positive. Like that's where she felt like it was a family. She did say the continuity was kind of wonky and like the set dressers weren't considering like that there's 3 sisters living in this house, and there was like a book about like, I don't know, it's like something random
microwave
like
architecture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
she really cared about the details, and it wasn't always a priority to certain people who were behind the scenes. Definitely talked about from a direction standpoint, it wasn't always great. So it was really nice to hear them kind of talk about that. Holly talked about her being, you know, a child actor, especially like Shannon as well, growing up in the business and having to make that decision if they were going to transition into being actors like full time. So it was I like that panel a lot. Everybody just, every single person there just felt like there were no airs to them. They were just
Mhm.
themselves, and it felt very intimate in that way that I don't think you get to see a whole lot in some of the other kind of cons that I've been to in the past. And the Boy Meets World cast just seems so tight knit, and like they really love each other. And it's crazy the headlines that are coming out of some of the cons, the panels, because one, they talked about Danielle Fishel talking about the fact that she said the cast makes a commitment to each other to make sure that they see each other, and somehow they brought up Ben Savage in the headline, and like he wasn't even brought up the whole panel, and I
No.
don't even think she was referencing him. So it was just like taking something so positive and turning it
Mhm.
into negative. So when we go through the video clips, I definitely want to pull that, because I just the media will literally turn things around
Yeah.
in a
The
second. So
context in which she meant it was just like, as a group, we're committed to each other, and even though like some of us may drift away for a while, we always come back, type thing,
yeah,
was what she was getting at.
also
So,
um when
and
so
William Daniels.
it's hilarious. No, no, that.
So William Daniels,
Him
Mr. Feeney,
and
he
his
is
wife.
96 years old. Yeah, him and his wife come out. He cannot hear very well. And so like his wife would have to like repeat the question, but he is still so sharp. Like they asked
Yeah.
him, "How do you feel being on the panel?" And he said, "Frightened that the crowd could turn on me at any moment," because like he got a standing ovation when he came out. So he was still like really on top of things. Um, he did a Shakespearean soliloquy from memory, like during the panel. It was really amazing. Um, is it Betsy? What's the mom's?
Yeah, she's saying. I
Yeah.
think it's Betsy, or either that or that's his wife's name. I have the con guide. Let me go look real quick. It is
So
Betsy
when and
Randall.
Betsy Randall, she was just talking about how everyone comes up to her and just thanks her for kind of being like a surrogate mom, even though she was a TV mom, because of the way like her character portrayed motherhood and nurturing her kids and stuff. So that was really nice to hear.
Um, One thing that both were talking about was that Will Friedle should have been the moderator for the whole thing. Like his comedic timing is impeccable, and he's great. He would have been really fun to watch with the other panels as well.
Yeah,
Uh,
100%.
so that that whole panel was really, really fun.
And TLC was
Were you gonna say
super
something else?
candid. Oh no, no.
Mm.
I was just gonna say TLC was super candid, like telling stories about Lisa Left Eye, and they're like, rest in peace, but she was a hot mess. She prevented us from going on tour because she burned someone's house down. Like they were very real about it, but you could tell like they Chili and T-Boz just really love being around each other. You could totally tell.
Yeah, they're just there's a true sisterhood there, and same with Lisa. I think it is more than just like a friendship. They talk like how you are with your
Mhm.
siblings and how you want to like physically fight them because they're driving crazy. Shayna, don't worry, we're
Yeah.
gonna the panels that we do have, we are going to put on YouTube, so you'll be able to see them. So she was just saying that she only got to see one of them.
Yeah.
One of the cutest things though, when we went to take pictures with Joey, um, the next booth next to Joey was T-Boz and not Left Eye, sorry, T-Boz and Chili.
Chili.
And then next to Chili was Matthew Lawrence, because they're dating, and you could just see them having like a little moment talking to each other. It was adorable watching them interact with each other. You could tell like he's so smitten with her. And also they both had screen like protectors at their booth, so like people didn't come from behind their table, but it makes total sense. Jackie made a good point when I was like, oh, they're not coming out, and she was like, well, T-Boz has an immune, disease, autoimmune
Yeah.
disease, so it makes
So
sense.
there were there were certain areas where it's like, especially like in the autograph area or the photo ops area, where it says no camera, no video, because like they want you to pay for stuff. I am a to the T rule follower. Danielle is not. So,
Look,
and the really interesting thing is that, like the celebrities were just walking around, like they had escorts, but it wasn't like bodyguards or anything. They would just like go to the bathroom, and they were using the same bathroom that we were using. I ran into a Disney princess in the bathroom. Like, it was really interesting. And so we were like standing in the photo ops area, and I think it was Jenny Garth walked by. Was it her? Or was it when Joey was walking? I don't know. And Danielle's like, Jackie, record it. Jackie, take pictures. Jackie, I was like, no, we are in a no photography zone. I'm not doing that. And she's like, she points to the rest of the line. Everyone else has their camera out recording. I was like, no, I am following the rules.
I don't know. You know what? I don't even remember who it was either, but I didn't even just take out my camera. Why I was telling you to do it, because I should know 26 years now, you're going to follow these obscene, ridiculous rules. So she's like arguing with me, and when I turn, she's like, we're not allowed. And I'm like, look at all these people. It was like paparazzi. Everybody had their camera up, and we were the only one missing this damn picture because Jackie has to follow the rules. But I guess that's why we work, because you don't break them, I do. So we can't be both breaking the rules. Somebody needs to bail
Sheila
money.
knows.
And
then like we were just outside the photo op area, and Nick Carter was coming out. I was like, Danielle, stand here. And I recorded it because I was outside the photo op area, which like there's just like a tiny gate separating the two. But I'm like, on this side, we can take pictures and record. See, Laura knows if we don't follow the rules, it goes on her permanent record.
There are no permanent records. Y'all are crazy. I paid too much money. I'm gonna take these pictures, okay? I was very excited to take, when we took our selfie so when we were in the line, I was like, oh, I could take a picture of Joey. And Jackie was like, oh, here we come with the rules again. So I just paid for everything. I was just like, give me all you got. I'm going to get it all. I want autograph. I want a picture. I want a selfie, all of it. So when we got up there to talk to him, we were very slick. We did slide a no more late fees koozie. Thanks to Jackie for remembering to bring the stickers and the koozies so that we could kind of hand them out. So maybe he's using it right now. Who knows? Fingers crossed. I hope so, but and then we took our selfie, and I was very excited because I got the Motorola Razr phone, the new flip phone, and when you're taking a selfie, you can put your fingers up and it will like automatically do it, and Joey was very impressed with that. So I was like, thanks. And then I showed him the back of my camera because because he could see himself on the back of the camera. When you're taking a picture, you can actually see yourself on this phone. It's really cool. So I felt like it gave us just a smidge more time than usual. Just saying. I was very excited.
Yeah.
Living out our teenage dreams. 100%. Vendors.
But he was so nice. Joey
he was the best.
He took time with everyone, actually talked to you. Like, he didn't like rush people through. Like, it was just, he was so incredibly nice. So it made me happy.
They did have some like photo activations and stuff I'll share the rest of, we have some more pictures that I haven't posted yet, but like there was a big orange couch. Now, my question, Jackie, is was that the Snick couch or was the Central Perk couch,
The
do
Snick
you
couch
think?
because it was like all the piping around it was black. Um,
Hmm.
which Ken was like, why do they have this random couch? That's stupid. This is a stupid photo op. I'm like, honey, it's the Snick couch. He's a little bit older, so he didn't really experience Snick. But when I like Googled Snick orange couch and showed him, he's like, oh, it's not stupid anymore. So redemption for the orange couch.
And they also had a like slime area, but I must say it was giving ghetto vibes, okay? It was giving I'm gonna lay down this plastic to murder someone and then slime pretend to slime you. It was I feel like the pictures that I saw of the Connecticut slime thing was more like a box that you would sit in, and
Mhm.
so they were trying to get people to do it. And I was like, first of all, baby, I'm not wetting his hair. Okay, one. And two, y'all look a whole mess. Those rain jackets, ponchos you trying to give me don't look like they gonna protect nothing. So, work on that, 90s con. That's my tip. Get a
To be
better.
fair, I did not see a single person walking around with any slime on them. So when those
Tomato,
rain jacket things, they must have
tomato,
been working.
Jackie. I saw what I saw. I wasn't interested in my curls to the slime and the Dollar Tree rain ponchos. Okay, so I just think they could do better. And then they had a Bayside High locker backdrop, which was cute. Shada said it looked more like Jello. It did. It
That's
was
true.
given grandma retirement Jello. Not great. Not great. There was also like a TV photo op, which was cool. The one that I didn't like was the balloon tower. I guess it was for the Disney princesses. It was given
Mm-hmm.
birthday, you know? Didn't love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was accurate.
Um, we did meet some of our internet friends, which was great. 1999, we got to meet Shanna in person, which was so cool. One of our own guests who did a heist movie with us, Kelly Kowalski. I hope I didn't say that wrong. And who else did we see? Oh, one of our TikTok mutuals, Melanin Hippie. So it was really cool spotting people that we follow on the internet and getting to take pictures and interact. So that was nice. Oh, and I was able to get these. I got two Sailor Moon inspired earrings. This one's Sailor Venus, and it's from what is oh, I have it. Five Lemons. They're great.
Yep.
If you want some really cool jewelry, you should definitely check them out. Some people asked about the Scream earrings. That's again Five Lemons. They make some really cool, fun and funky handmade jewelry. So um, and then Better Days, we got some stickers. Jackie got some Hanson stickers. I got one for my sister that said feeling kind of stabby. Um, I got this Care Bear gel pen because it's cool. So definitely check them out, Better Days. And I will tag them at some point. And then one of my actual friends, her fiance, he makes really cool stickers and he had a booth and it was all themes like Blockbuster called Cool Buster. And so I did buy a few of the stickers and it was really cool. He had like he bought one of the Blockbuster gumball machines,
Gumball
which was
machines.
awesome. Yeah, which was awesome. So
I
that
was like,
was
how long did it take you to clean that shit out? Because
those
we would
things were
just dump new
nasty.
gumballs on top. We never emptied out the gumball machine and cleaned it. So, like, yikes.
And y'all, in real time, I'm learning this. Real time. because if you've listened to the show, you know I'm obsessed with bubblegum. And so Jackie was sitting there with her two eyes watching me put quarters in those machines and eating that dry ass gum.
I thought you knew.
No,
I thought
today.
you knew.
Learn today. I'm 28 years old learning about this gumball machine. Tragedy. But yeah, that was pretty much it. Oh, like one other thing before we were not just the con itself, but what was really exciting, got us pumped up was getting ready for the convention. So coordinating all the things that we were going to wear and who we were going to see. I got my nails done 90s style. I bought these really cool bright pink parachute pants off Amazon. I put that in our Amazon store. Had a ton of pockets, so I didn't even have to wear a bag. That is a plus. And Jackie and I got these hyper colored sneakers, really chunky Spice Girl vibes. They're cute for Halloween if you're gonna wear them for like 2 hours, maybe max. After that,
Here's our honest review. They were real
they're
cute,
great. They're real cute. But my feet were barking.
The tongue rubbed on the front of my like ankle area. They had insoles. They were not cushy at all. So by the end of the day, we were like literally, we wore them on day one, and by the end of the day, we were like, we can't even walk anywhere. We can't walk downtown. Like, we are walking to the car, and we are going back to the Airbnb because we need to change our shoes because our feet were killing us.
I was a forward thinker because I didn't have the same problem with the tongue of the shoe, but as soon as I put those bad boys on, my big toe was hitting the top, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be a problem. So I brought an extra pair and put them in the car. But they were definitely barking 100% by the time we were done. So
Yeah.
if you are going to get those sneakers, I would highly recommend that you only wear them for a short stint. If you're trying to look like a real 90s girl, they're perfect for 2 hours max. Anything after that, God be with you.
And bring backup shoes.
Yes, 100%. Take your pictures and then change them because they're not worth it. They're not. But they're moderately priced. They were about like, so it wasn't too bad. Yeah, we had a great time. We are so glad that we went. We learned a lot for what we're gonna do next time, and maybe even look at other cons that we could potentially go to and participate in. But our memories of these beautiful pictures that we got last forever. What was your favorite moment? It's hard because I can't see you, so I don't know when you're gonna talk. So I'm sorry.
Probably the selfie. Sorry. With Joey Fatone. He was just so nice, and just in general, how down to earth people were, and like there was no like pretension that we saw. We heard a couple of things about a couple of the actresses there, but for the most part, everything we heard was super positive about all of the celebrities, and they were all very grateful in every single panel. Just to like, the reason why they do these cons is because of the fans. Like they appreciate the fans and love having those interactions and talking to people, because they're like, a lot of times, like when you do a meet and greet at a concert or whatever, it's just like a continual line. You don't get to have really huge interactions, where this is where they can take the time, have conversations with people, find out about their fans. So they were really appreciative of us.
We got a few comments, so let me just agree wholehearted with what Jackie said. Shayla, thank you. You look cute. We were cute, so thank you. Andrew said he's jealous. He's just got to come with us next time.
Yep.
Emma said we both rock. Thank you so much. You rock even harder. And I would have loved to sneak a pic of Chili in her boot. Yeah, I should have just taken it, but rule breaker got in my brain, so I was nervous. I was like, I don't want to get kicked out before I get, so
Well,
I should have
and
done it.
the
So.
the downfall to Danielle's phone is it tells on you. You can't take secret pictures
Whoa.
because it
And
pops up
that's
on the
it.
other side of the phone. So
That's so true. Yeah, that's why I was telling you to take the picture. I was like, why didn't they just take it? Because they could literally see that a picture's being taken. So I can't do sneaky pictures with this phone. But
nope.
they were super cute. I hope Chili and Matthew Lawrence make it. Like they were adorable, for real, for real. And it's always nice to see a man so enamored with a woman. And he seems to be like that is his chick, for real, for real.
Definitely.
But yeah, that was it. That was 90s Con. We did it, y'all. We're so happy we went. Thank you guys for tuning in and just checking this out. We're going to turn this into an episode. So if you came in late or you missed it, don't worry. Just head to Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts and you can take a listen. And yeah.
As always, be kind and rewind.
Love you guys. Bye.
Thanks,
Andrew
everyone.
said, got to record video and on slowly. We did record video, Andrew, but I'll call you later and give you an update. So, anywho, bye guys.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.